Oh,
He was doing a A-E-I-O-U la la la.
Ba la 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 la.
Yeah. So okay. So yeah, he was rehearsing his enunciations, which I apparently should have done. So anyway, so here's our first podcast, and what's happened? Oh, you want to look at the yeah. So that was a problem we had when we were trying before. Is he keeps wanting to look at the screen, and so if we have the screen over here, he'll look at the camera. He kept looking over here, and so yeah, he's got it now. He's got it now. Okay, so welcome to the first Jones Chateau podcast. This is particularly father and son. This is going to be probably the most common and what'd you say?
Popular one.
Yeah, popular one. Yeah, for sure, yeah. Because we can keep going over. Do you want me to scoot over so you can get in the shot?
You have nowhere to scoot over. I'm good.
Here, let me move the thing.
We can't. I've already tried moving it each way.
There we go. Let's try to figure something out here. We'll figure it out. We'll work it out. This, like I said, this is the first one. So, so to kind of catch up,
excuse you.
Gesundheit. I love it.
Anyway, Bangkok.
Oh, Bangkok. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That joke will never stop.
No, it will not.
It will never stop. So,
that joke will never die.
So we just did 21 minutes of podcasting on a different platform, and it didn't even have the sound. Now we know for a fact that the sound is working. So, yay. Yeah, we're learning. You know,
mochi.
We don't have like technicians. We don't have moderators. We don't have any of that stuff right now. This is literally just rolling with it. I mean, which is how we all start usually. So, unless we're like, Oprah Rich, as Chappelle used to say, which, God, I love that dude. Love him. Oh, and we are from Ohio. So, yeah, he touches close to home, with that. So,
I love Oprah.
You love Oprah? Oprah. Okay, so he loves somebody he doesn't know. Like a typical Gen Z, is it? Gen Z?
Nah, I'm a millennial.
But yeah, so to get to it, so this is our first podcast together. Well, technically our second, because the first one was all of 21 minutes before, and then we're like, we should check to see if you can hear us. That's how
technical difficulty.
Yeah, we're just regular dudes, man. Regular dudes doing regular dumb shit.
I'm not a regular dude.
He's not regular.
Not at all.
He looks regular though, doesn't he? But yeah, so this is my son. To fast forward and try to get through everything we just said, so we're not taking too much time doing it again. For our sake, is he is the middle son
Billy
of
Bob Joe.
Billy Bob Joe does not exist. I don't know who the hell he's talking about. He is the middle son of 5 kids. Okay. My wife has 5 kids, none of which by me, but he is the middle, and he is the sole core middle child, because there's 5, so there has to be the third one. That's him. And we'll get into that here in a little bit, right?
You know math.
I do know math. Yeah. And but ironically, we've always had the longest conversations. And we could go on for hours and hours and hours. Yeah, that's great, son. That's great. So, he saw a dead bug on his leg. He's like, "Look at my ink."
Nah, dude, no. This is me trying to tattoo myself.
Okay.
I got a line and I got 2 dots.
Can we focus on the task?
Never tattooed like.
Can we focus at the task at hand?
That shit hurts.
It does. It does hurt. Anyway, so we already did this, but we'll do it again. So there was for some reason he was watching some dumbass show or a dumbass skit on TikTok or one of those.
Adios is Adidas.
Yeah. So yeah.
Soy.
Are you thinking?
Means sauce. Soy Dora, sauce Dora. How do you spell that? No clue how to spell sauce. How do you spell Dora? D-O-R-A.
I'm sorry, guys. It's a waste of information and data. It's a waste of information. It's just a waste of time.
Hooters.
Hooters is awesome. Oh, yep. We're not allowed to show that, but that is my favorite place, right?
No,
as
you
of right
are?
now. Yeah, I guess you are. Yeah. On this platform, yes, we are.
You are not. Yes, we are not sponsored by them, so I will just throw that out there. We are not
we just
sponsored
love
by
it.
Coca-Cola either.
we
I
just
just
love
love
it.
the drink.
Or by this whatever
If y'all
screen
ever
this
want a
is.
sponsor, just let me know. I'm your guy. No, your guy is for Mountain Dew. But
Mountain Dew's at Hooters, so I can do both. Anyway, so
you sure?
Yeah, this is what we're talking
Hooters
about.
is a Pepsi product.
Hooters?
Yeah, I
Is
think-
a Pepsi product?
No, Hooters only sells Pepsi, not Coke products.
Yeah, I don't know. I only drink beer when I go there.
Fine.
But anyway, yeah, so this is what we're talking about. We can talk and talk and talk and talk and talk until we have to go to sleep.
And now I got herpes.
You got herpes.
Fuck you.
That's a joke. Or is it? No, it's a joke. It's definitely a joke. It's definitely a joke.
Oh.
So, did you just spit out nothing? What do you do? You just drink. He's a Coca-Cola fan, apparently. That shit Russ Nichols. Did you just spit on my green screen?
He said, or was it? I'm like, it just all came out, my dude.
Yeah. See, this is what we're talking about. This is what. Okay, so I said this. I'm trying. Dude. You're okay. So I have a galaxy rug, and this guy's spitting up Coca-Cola all over it like it's like some kind of joke. It's not a joke.
Holy shit, it's all over me.
Very much not a joke. Very upset. Very upset. Very upset. So
No, it isn't.
I'm a little upset.
Dude, it's all over your fucking floor.
It's the universe, so half of it's dark. You're not even gonna see it. So
It's all over the floor. Dude, why'd you make that fucking joke?
what joke about your herpes or my herpes?
You said, or is it? While I was drinking it, I just... It exploded all right here, and it's like...
It's okay. You'll be okay. You just take a shower. You'll be all right. No more drinking Coca-Cola for you, because we say shit. He says shit, and I'll spit out my drink. It's one of those things where that's how we. This is why we're doing this, because he likes to hang half his body out of pictures, and I like to talk. That's funny. So
It's all over my fucking glasses.
Hey, Landon, or what's your name? Oh, sorry, I'm Holding Maniac. This is
Streamer and vulgar.
Streamer and Vulgar
Look at that.
with a V. Yeah, that's a lot of.
Nah, man, it's totally with the B. Bulgar. Like bulge.
No, don't listen to him. We'll have to put it. I don't even know how to put this in the. You know what? Let's figure out how to put this in the chat. But go ahead, talk while I'm trying to figure this shit out.
So I absolutely love anime. It absolutely drowns my family out.
Trying not to bore them.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. It's my life. I try my best to put that before anything.
Everything in my life. I don't know how to.
Mine is video games.
I figured it out. Oh, here we go. Wait up. Thanks for the follow, Devil Bird. Is that you? Didn't you have a devil one?
Am I?
Are you Devil Bird? Are these other people? I mean, yeah, I got yeah, I don't think it's. Anyway, point is, he loves anime. Like any fucking teenager that just that happens. But yeah, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to sum up the last 20 minutes that we did in the first one. The first one was what were we talking about?
I don't know.
I don't know either. It doesn't matter. Okay, so let's get back to it. So the audio
we just did.
we did the audio.
We
So now
did middle child.
middle child. No, talking
We
about.
just did it.
Okay, so he's a middle child who is very angry, just like all middle children. No, we don't. But he's very happy about it. Okay, that's what matters.
I'm a black sheep.
He's the black sheep. He's black. He's the white black sheep. That's what.
Bat.
No, that's America.
Bat.
That's America.
Bat.
Bah.
Bat.
Yeah. Oh, while we're on the topic, so I don't know if you guys have noticed, but if you go on like TikTok or any streaming app or platform, you'll see this Biden versus Trump
Trump
bullshit, right? And you got blah 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 blah. And every time I go into those, I go in and I drop a Baja because that's all it is. First of all, if you think that the president is the sole source of power in our country, you are already behind by 80 years. Let's see, 1950. Yeah, almost 74 years, we'll say. 74 years, you're still believing shit that they believed back in 1945. When it comes to the government, okay? You are so far behind that you have, and the conditioning that you're given is just, you take a hook, line, and sinker because you have no alternative. Any alternative source that goes against that is not in the mainstream. You have to go look for it. And the reason for that is because if it was a free country, where which the freedom of press is in the Constitution or Bill of Rights. I don't know.
This ain't no free country.
It's not a free country.
I can't go around and taking money from a bank without asking for it. I can't just go to the back of the vault and take as much as I want. I can't go.
I have to ask. I wasn't talking about that, but this is how Gen Zs think about shit.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. What I'm getting at is that the government is not who you think it is. Everybody, I think, at this point knows, whether you want to admit it or not, they are full of shit. They lie. They don't care about you. None of them care about you whatsoever. All they want is your vote so they can keep doing their dumb shit. It didn't matter who it is. I don't care if you like Trump or you like some hardy-hard fucking gung-ho military man. It doesn't matter. They're the same people. They're patsies. God, just pay attention, people.
Actually true.
Just pay attention.
No, that's hard to say because
it's not hard. It's very. It just rolled off my tongue very easily.
Because that's easier. That's easier said than done, though.
For people to pay attention.
Yes. Dude, come on.
Because y'all want to live in. People want to live in this box
instead of living
reality.
in the box. They don't want to. Instead of living inside of the box, they don't want to live on the outside of the box, looking at the big picture. And it's what are y'all doing?
That's kind of the big thing that we talk about a lot.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get more into it, but I wanted to say that so you guys can understand what you're looking at here as far as in this podcast. It's not always that. Don't get me wrong. It's not just that. It's not even mostly that. It's just that's gonna come up. So we wanted you to know that because that's just how it's gonna be, in this one. So, and if you disagree, please,
throw your opinions out.
Throw them out there. We'll. It's not even about debating. It's at this point, it's more about trying to understand why it is that people know better, but still decide to believe the horse shit.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, that's what I'm more interested in. It's not about debate.
We have a 78-year-old man as our fucking president. And all you see him do is fall down fucking stairs.
We all know the situation about the last election.
Trump won, but they let Biden be president.
Yeah, they know. Yeah, right.
Bullshit.
Right, yeah, exactly. And that's a whole other conversation. We'll delve into that in another podcast.
Nothing funny for the next 5 seconds.
But even if Biden wasn't president, Trump's still doing the same thing. He's just better at selling you the bullshit. He's a freaking business owner.
No.
He's the same. They're the same person. They're fighting over they're fighting over who is gonna bullshit you more for the next 4. Who wants to bullshit you more? Who wants more to bullshit you for the next 4 years? That's it. That's what they're fighting over.
In my opinion, Trump
they're
is actually
fucking
out of all the
presidents in the back. They don't give a shit.
In my opinion, out of all the presidents, Trump is out of the 21st century. Trump is actually the only fucking president who does not follow what they want him to follow.
It's a new strategy for them.
100%. They did not want him to go to China and do all of this stuff with China because the moment Biden hit the office,
Russia and all that.
The moment Biden hit the office, boom. Everything
all that went back around.
And it's like, are you fucking shitting me? Or what the fuck is going on?
But
none of this should have even happened. with Biden being in the office. He should have kept falling down his own stairs in his own house.
Right. He should have fallen down the stairs in Congress.
The moment I realized he was the wrong president is when I saw him do this with the little girl in one of his interviews. So how old are you, sweetie? I'm 9. And he still kept touching her hair.
Yep.
Like,
I mean, it's obvious.
You smell great.
Yeah, it's obvious.
What?
It's obvious. I mean,
that was my child. Now, I would be in jail for knocking out the president.
Yeah. Now, granted. Listen. I want you guys to hear us when we're talking about this. This is all old news.
That is illegal.
Based on where we are. Based on where, because this is just our first opportunity to publicly speak about it. So we're kind of just giving our 2 cents on everything. It's not like we think that there's just it's not like we think that's just happened. It's just that we're just now being able to
talk about
we're starting to voice it. That's all this is. So yeah, you all watching, this is all news, but we're just saying where we stand at this point. So so that kind of gets us into the conspiracy situation, don't you think, Lando? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. So we could get into this real deep, I think, but why don't we just start with what's your favorite conspiracy, would you say? We're going to start with that just because hey, before you freak out, I know you're thinking this is what it's going to be. It's not that. But that mindset is going to be the mindset of the Father-Son podcast, the open mind, the looking at the bigger picture.
People thinking humans built pyramids.
Right, that kind of bullshit, right?
That's my biggest conspiracy. It's
people
like,
being...
It's like how...
Do they think that slaves built pyramids?
Yeah, it's like... Yeah. How, y'all can put 300 men up on one of those bricks. They still ain't doing it. I don't care. There's no way they're pulling it up on an angle that is over 90. That's about 90 degrees. Sometimes even steeper than that. And it's like, there is no way in hell. 30 men can do that with a rope. The rope would have broke. The rope would have broke so fast.
Well, they had twine and shit back then.
There is
it's not gonna happen.
No way in hell.
Not gonna
aliens,
happen.
full on.
Nope, not gonna happen. There's no way aliens. What did you say?
No, aliens built them full on.
Yeah. What the hell was his name?
At the same time, I also believe we also before mankind basically was even here.
Sorry, man.
I have a massive feeling that
what was his name?
That we had another species here, which were also humans, but they were a lot more intelligent than us. They had everything, like the houses that we had, they were not the houses that we have now.
Right.
They had stuff that they could hit a few buttons with that could move stuff for them, so they didn't have to do the work. Like, not like a forklift or anything like that, but it's like a
technology itself.
Yeah, it's insane technology, which is, in my opinion, what I think and what also he thinks.
And a lot of people. A lot of people also think that. A lot of people know.
Like,
it's just common fucking sense at this point.
Like, think about it. We can't go to a certain part of to Antarctica. Why? They have a whole big. They have a whole. We can go to the Antarctica, but there's a part of it that we can't even enter.
There's only one small sliver that they'll allow us to enter.
The rest, okay, we can't touch foot.
Right. So here's the deal. Here's the deal with you flat Earth fucks out there. Okay? Here's the simple truth. Okay. Now to precipice the
flat's not Earth. Earth's that flat.
Yeah. To prologue this. I have a very dear relative. He's very close. Like, I'm close with. I mean, I love him very much. He's taught me a lot.
Respect. You can make some badass hamburgers.
Yeah, you know who you are.
Yeah.
And I mean, I respect him in every walk of life. And then he starts spewing this shit out of his guzzle. Like, he's smart. This guy is smart. Like, it's like I mean, he's like engineer smart. Like, he's intelligent. Like, we're very equally. Did you just yawn on the podcast? Are you insane?
I'm a little tired, guys.
Yeah.
It's totally not.
Just do a bump and get
3:13 in the morning.
All right. So basically, this guy's very smart. He's smart. He's not like, I'm gonna I'm gonna find the next fucking atomic molecule or whatever. But he's smart. He's smart.
I will.
He's logically smart. When it comes to philosophy, that's where he's lacking, and he's trying to fill in gaps within his philosophy.
I have him on that.
And that's fine. And that's fine. We all have our journey. It's fine. But what I'm trying to say is that the Earth is not flat. It's just not. I don't care. If you look in history, there has only been a handful of centuries throughout the cycles of humanity where we thought the Earth was flat. Do you know why? Because we were fucking dumb.
I got a better way to explain it.
No, sorry. Hold on. Let me rephrase. We weren't dumb. We just didn't know because our technology lacked the ability to see that. Okay? That's why, like Columbus in those days, it was like that. And before that, there was during the what was that? Well, it's basically that. I mean, that's the only thing that comes to mind, because prior to that, and I'm sure there were tribes that were like, whoa, this goes on forever, right? But if you look back in history, you look at all these ancient, and when I say ancient, I mean 10,000 years plus old, like way back. Pre-Bible, pre-bullshit, all that, they all knew. So why the hell do I keep hearing this flat earth crap in 2024 of this cycle of humanity? What the hell is going on? Do you know what's going on? It's this very thing right here. This internet where
Yeah.
The internet was created to make people's lives easier. What they could not have prophesied was that it would create so much information. They never thought about how much bullshit information. It's not even information. I mean, it is information, but it's not like it's misinformation or disinformation. In other words, it's people spewing out crap that they don't even know, they know nothing about. They just heard some charismatic dude said something that matched up with their fucking religion, and now they believe it just because. And
have a big ass forehead.
And then they look for signs because that's what you're looking for. I mean, if I wanted to go outside and say, you know what? I believe donuts are God, I would find a fucking donut in the damn sky because I'm looking for it, okay? Perception is everything. We all know this, okay? So, that being said, there has to be some kind of objective way to look at things. And that's why I listen to people, some of his things I don't agree with, but ultimately, Neil Tyson deGrasse or some shit. You guys know what I'm talking about. The astronomer. The
Gaia.
No. Well, he's not Gaia, but yeah, he's like the most famous astrophysicist. I think it's Neil Tyson deGrasse.
No, I have a better way to explain how the Earth is not even close to being flat.
Neil deGrasse. This is Neil deGrasse Tyson.
If the Earth is flat, please explain to me why you would need to hop onto a plane and then hop onto another plane because the trip's so long. If the Earth was flat, you shouldn't be hopping onto a plane and then to another plane and then to another plane. You should. If the Earth was flat, you could easily just hop on one plane and it can take you literally across, and then you're there. It doesn't. Right. It's a shorter span.
So for those of you who don't understand what he's saying, which happens, miscommunication. Yeah. So what he's saying is, if you look at the map of these flat Earth people, the plane of the planet, you can literally just hop across and get to every continent, right? Which is what we can do now. But the problem is the problem with the flat Earth thing, there's 3 problems I can think of right now. A, it's not fucking flat. If you look at every other planet in the whole universe,
B, we don't have
the whole universe, not the solar system, the whole goddamn universe, there is no flat anything. The only thing that is even misshapen are like asteroids and specific, like, you know, moons of Jupiter and Saturn and shit like that.
Around,
but if you look at a planet does not evolve into a planet by being flat. It's impossible. It's naturally impossible by how we understand everything. Like by our laws of life and physics and all that. It's impossible. Because if the Earth was flat, everything would be in chaos. It would naturally evolve into a ball eventually. Even if it got hit to where it was flat, right? And it had this bullshit that they think is going on, the firmament and all that. We'll get into that in a minute, but let's just say that it was flat at one point. Let's just the humor of these freaking maniacs, okay? Let's just assume that it was flat at one point. That's not gravitationally efficient. We would be flying it. This thing would be going all over the place. I mean, and I'm not even an astrophysicist, and I understand that. I mean, if this thing's spinning, it's a top. What does a top do? It spins. And what does that thing start doing when it starts losing velocity? People be flying. There would be no life. You'd just be flying off the side of it. Oh,
gravity also makes no sense too.
Gravity is completely the inertia of the crap it doesn't make any sense. You know what they say? Well, there's a firmament. There's a layer which is called the atmosphere now. You gotta remember, this shit was written back like 100 years AD. 100 years AD. Back during the flat Earth thought. Nobody, that was in a gap in human history where we were rebuilding from a cataclysm, the flood. Okay, the flood happened, I want to say like 12,000 years ago, or 12,000 BC. It's something like that, okay? You'd have to ask, look into it, but it's something like that, okay? So, that meant, just by a cataclysm, a worldwide cataclysm. That means that if there's a flood and everybody's fucked, the only people that are surviving are like hunter-gatherer types. People who live off the land. So any technology that was there at the time was destroyed because look at us now. I mean, they were way more advanced than us now, and there's no evidence of them there now because the grid wasn't a structural thing like ours is. They didn't have power lines and satellites. They had natural energy, magnetics, that kind of shit, So that's why there's no, artifacts officially for it, because they didn't use what we use today. They didn't use that kind of stuff. They had pyramids. Pyramid is a damn energy generator, essentially. That's all it is. That's all they were. Well, not all. They were used for they were used for different things, but that is why.
Sorry, it looks like we were getting no sound for a second, so I had to go check.
Oh, we got it?
Yeah,
all right, cool.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
That's why I was on my phone.
People don't even understand. If you don't understand your history, you have no idea who the hell you are. You don't know where you're going. You don't know shit.
If you're in school, the thing that I found that's close to it being almost 100% true. About 85 of it is true.
Right.
There's still a 15% chance of half of that. Some of that's not even true.
Yeah, because it's told by who?
The fucking government, man.
Well, the winner. Right. So hold that thought.
I'm saying our government.
We're gonna jump over to YouTube. If you don't care, are you good? We're gonna jump over to YouTube now that we figured out our audio problem.
I'll do it real quick. You want?
Okay.
It's fine. I'll do it so we can keep talking.
Oh, you can do that from here. From the string?
Yep, perfect. We're good.
Oh, sweet. So we're on everything. Oh, nice. Okay. All right. So So while we're talking, because I wanted to see, because we're just.
Well, we're good now.
Just keep going. Okay. Cool. All right. So, yeah, this is the beauty about having kids, man. They understand this type of shit.
Technology.
I have no idea. Yeah. Well, just that kind of technology. We'll call it that. So, yeah, there's a ton of shit that even the information that I have or we've gotten is only part of it. It's just a part of it.
We don't know all of it.
It's like people who believe in the Bible. They think that that's the all-knowing, all answer, and
that's a whole nother story.
Well, we're gonna dive in a little bit.
Yeah, that's a whole. I don't really care.
Go ahead, lead us off, man.
About the Bible?
Yeah, without being too mean. You know what? Just fucking say it.
Yeah, no, the Bible's
not
bull. It is bullshit. Okay.
Tell them.
95% of the Bible was bullshit. The government, in my all honest opinion, which is true, they took 95% of that, 95% of it out. From what the Romans made.
95% of the true story out of the Bible. Yeah.
From what the Romans made, and they replaced it, and now they're just feeding it into Christians, basically.
People who will buy it.
Yeah, and now Christians are also trying to push it onto everyone else, and it's like, I don't want to listen to that bullshit. It's for me. It's too hard for me to listen to. It's way too hard for me to listen to.
To me, it doesn't make sense.
And I also think that the government is also holding on to the original.
Or if you're the goddamn Pope, yeah, I said goddamn Pope. That's what I said. I don't care if you're the Pope. I don't care if you're the Dalai Lama. The Dalai Lama wasn't even religious. Think about that shit. One of the most sacred people to ever walk this earth wasn't religious. Like, Jesus wasn't religious. Or Yeshua. Or, what was his first, why am I asking you? Before his name wasn't Jesus. He wasn't fucking white. He was, maybe, I think he was black. If not black, he was Indian.
Yeah.
They're from the Middle East. So
he also didn't want you guys to fucking praise him.
He never once asked you to follow him in religion. Like, he never once said, worship me.
That motherfucker was a spiritual person.
Never once. He was exactly. He was a spiritual person that was taught in Egypt, the Tibet, the Nazarene. The Nazarene were the Watchers. They were a previous tribe prior to all the horseshit that's in the Bible. It's not horseshit that's in the Bible. Okay, let me preface this. The Bible is not bullshit. The Bible is manipulated information to manipulate people. Man, that's it. It's government. It's government. That's all it is.
So it's still bullshit.
That's how it's made. Dude, think about it. It's like me. Okay, so I'll give you an example of all the information that the Roman Catholics had at the time. Okay, and it was prior to them. It was the Persians maybe. Yeah. So even back then, it's the same fucking story now. Information is everything. So the more information and knowledge that you have about who people are, what this world is, what this universe is, the more powerful you can be. Okay?
And the government gets scared of that.
Well, and that's it. They do it with technology. Okay? So, but to get back to the Bible thing, okay? So let's say that it's 5,000 BC, okay? And I found all these texts that we'll call the Bible. Just for example, okay? Just bear with me, okay? So I found all these scrolls, okay, that accumulate to be the Bible, okay? Well, some of those scrolls tell me, oh, wait, I have the power within myself. Jesus was saying that we all have the same abilities that he does.
Man, Jesus is amazing.
Holy crap. Jesus.
Right?
Right? Yeshua. Iswa. Or something. I just learned from Billy Carson. Shout out to Billy Carson. You're the man. You're one of very few men who speak the truth. We love you. We love you.
Don't know you. Don't know you.
Yeah, you do know you. You know him through me. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
A lot of the stuff that I say comes from his educations. So, but yeah, so.
And you're a fucking genius, man.
He's done his due diligence in these texts and everything. Yes. So basically, but what I'm saying is that say I found the Bible 5000 BC, okay, and I'm like, well, okay, this is all great. Oh my God, this is so much. It's too much because now I'm like overwhelmed because I'm like, wow, life is simple. You just have to look inside of yourself. Inside of yourself. I did. Yeah, we'll get to that. Remind me to get to that. I'll do that. What was that?
Meditation based.
Meditation. Third eye. Yeah, there you go.
You got scared of it when I read it.
It's very scary because of conditioning. But so yeah, I got all this information, okay, and all of a sudden I start finding out information that can better humanity, right? But I'm a cunt, and I want to control everybody, and I want to use this information for myself, but use it to take advantage of everybody else, okay? That's what the Bible is. It is like literally, and I took half the shit out of there because I don't want people to understand this stuff. So I gave them parts of what I found. The parts like, well, that's cool. They can believe there's a flood.
Just the 5%
they can believe that dude parted it. They can believe that. Oh, you know what I'll do? Instead of it being gods, plural, lowercase g,
there's more than just
they were
one.
beings that the Bible says when they say God.
Back to the ETs that are watching.
Yes, sir. Yes, our ancestors or our
extraterrestrials, man.
Not ancestors. What's the other word? Fuck, I can't think of the word. Ancestors, descendants. Oh yeah, no, we would be. There are descendants. Okay,
We're here because of them.
Some of them, yeah. Right. And ancestors, depending on your, because we're only in a dimension of time and space, so really that word loses the meaning with some of these beings. But the truth of the matter is, and whether you believe it or not, it does not matter. It's of no consequence other than wasting humanity's time.
Oh yeah.
You guys think that a god, and you're not far off, but you're off because you think God is this thing that's going like this and saying do that, do this, do that, and you're good. That is such a crock. I knew that when I was fucking 8 years old. What the hell, people? Like, come on, guys. Like, that is so easy.
Immature.
Life is too complicated for it to be that simple. Like, it's like you guys heard. It's like you guys heard about Santa Claus and then God, and you're like, yep, they're the same person. And then when you learn that Santa Claus wasn't real, you just kind of clung on to God, and you're like, yep, that's it. That I believe. And the difference, the problem with that.
Show me proof that he's real.
Well, this is proof right here.
No, show me proof that God is that he's the only God. Like, show me fucking proof.
It's proof. Oh no, there's only one God. But here's the idea. Okay, here's the idea. God is not the God that you guys are worshiping. You don't need to worship God. God is in you. You are God. We are all perspectives of God. Consciousness, God. We are all the same fucking thing. Looking at, it's like, think of it like a wheel. I love this analogy. Think of people or video. Well, yeah, we can do that too. Think of people on Earth as a think of a wheel, like a bicycle wheel, right?
Whee!
God is the bolt in the middle of the wheel. Okay, the spokes are each of us looking at ourselves. It's God looking at itself from a different perspective. That is what we are. And you know what? And the proof of this is in everything. Look at all kinds of shit. That's why you have empathy. That's why we have deja vu. That's why we have all of these feelings that make no sense based on what we're taught in academia, where we're supposed to learn and get smart and all that horse shit. Well, actually, horse shit. Okay, so
yeah, Joey.
right, I'm sorry. Right, but yeah, so I love that shit. But yeah. So basically, in a nutshell, everything you're taught is a fabrication to control you and push you into this narrative of fighting each other, not knowing the truth about your asses, and then trying to kill other people who think the opposite or don't believe it. Okay?
All I gotta say is if someone comes up to you and says, have you found God yet? Just say this. Wow, y'all lost him again?
Well,
y'all need bigger nails.
That's a little dark, but it's still funny.
That's what y'all need to say. Because the moment they hear that, they'll be like, then they'll walk away. You're good. You won't have to deal with them ever again.
That's hilarious. That's true. That's funny. That's a dark Gen Z joke.
Someone asked me that on my live,
and
I said that, and he was like, "You need God." I was like, I don't need him at all.
You are him.
Yeah, I was like...
But it's not even a fucking him. There's no gender at that juncture, motherfuckers. There's no him. There's no her. You people don't even realize that you've had like 18 lifetimes. At least, I don't know. I'm not like a fucking expert on the shit, but just in general, you've had... Here, I'm about to blow your mind. You've had 18 lifetimes ahead of you where you could be like a dude, right? And you've got 18 lifetimes before you prior to this lifetime in time, in our dimension, as we know time, as a female, we'll say. But they're all happening at the same fucking time. Like, there's so much shit that's not taught to us that's proven. Like, here's an idea. How is it okay for peer-reviewed science to be okay? It's okay to take peer-reviewed science as fact, basically. Okay? It's peer-reviewed science. It must be true, right? But if you have proven, what's the word? Proven, experts and proven, what's the word? Damn it. When you witnesses and proven experiences, meaning there were countless other people about near-death experience who witnessed everything that the person said while they were clinically dead. Clinically dead, meaning no nothing going on. No brain activity, no heart activity, but yet they could tell you what happened a block down the street. You're gonna tell me that that's horseshit? Well, that's how strong this religion horseshit has on you guys. Yep. Religion, the beauty about religion is it sounds good. It sounds good. People love the values they get from it, and that is the crux. That's the whole crux of it. That is the catch, because it tricks you into thinking that it's right, when in fact, it's not right. It is a distraction from our truths. Our truth is one fucking truth. We are all the same thing. And I'll give you an exercise to do after this podcast, or you do it now for all I care. It's all you can do it anytime. Look at your hand, and I've done this with my kids. I've done it with everybody I know that is open to it. Number one rule: you gotta be open, obviously. Otherwise, you're religious. That's an inside joke and true. Okay, so you look at your hand. Okay, look at your hand. So you know that your eyes are registering. You know in your brain knows that your eyes are registering the color. If you touch it, your brain's registering the texture, right? The light bouncing off it, whatever. If there's wind, whatever. But what is registering that? What are you looking through?
Your soul.
That even cares. Your brain doesn't know to care about that. There's certain like synapses in your brain that are like, fight or flight. But why are we? What is it that makes us different from a monkey? Other than I'm not talking about intelligence. I'm talking about consciousness. Okay,
monkeys are pretty
talking about it's consciousness. That's God. The thing that is going. I'm very aware that I'm looking at my eye, looking through my eyes. Like you can differentiate yourself from your eyes and your brain and your hand. That's consciousness. That is something different than what the Bible doesn't even talk about it. It did. There was like 40 fucking books that talked about it. Mother of Mary, John, because he was talking about who knows? I don't know. I'm not.
If you did anything bad and everything, why would you go to hell?
Oh yeah. Oh. You mean yeah. Gotcha. Okay. So but basically yeah. What I'm saying, this concept in the Bible. With one of the crazy motherfuckers still believe 1,000-year-old document that was written by men, and you don't even see it. You're oblivious to seeing that it's bullshit. Like you don't even look at it. And that's the beauty of religion. It is beautiful. It is a very, very efficient mind fuck. And I've been fighting it my whole life because it's the fucking fact of the matter, okay? And that's fine. I mean, there's part of me
also believes in it.
Yeah, I grew up in a Christian family, and I knew at age 8, like, what the hell is going on here? It just didn't add up. At 8 years old, I figured it out.
The dude came back to life, and he started to spread out what he believed, and it's like
there's no evidence of that. None. Zero. Regardless of what you may think, just like you flat fucking cunt earthers, there's no proof that the earth is flat. There's no proof that Jesus fucking died and came back. There's no.
3 days ago.
There's no
after
proof.
He died.
I'm not saying he didn't exist. I'm saying that the story is convoluted. It's just like the government. Think about this. Okay. I'll ask you this. This is a simple question, okay? Do you believe everything the government tells you? If you say yes, then you need to get the fuck off this podcast right now because this is not the cast for you, my friend. Okay? But if you say no, then what?
Stay tuned for more.
What would stop? It's the same type of people that wrote the Bible. It's the same fucking, and even if it was and changed it, so there very well could have been a Bible, a collection of all the information, and that's how we know certain things. Like that's why he was called Jesus. Even know what the Nazareth were. They weren't written as a 2,000-year-old roughly concept. It's horseshit. It's cataclysm now. They would take the information from our lifetimes, our last 2,000 years. They throw in a book and they go, oh, by the way, yeah, dude fucking blew up. He blew up Japan with a snap of a finger. Like they make it more than what it was. That's what the Bible is, and I don't understand why people don't attack this narrative. It's not that I'm anti-religious. I'm anti-bullshit. Okay? And religion is bullshit. It's that fucking simple. The morals that come from it, beautiful. That's what it made me who I am. So I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact that I got people who are sitting there just hook, line, and sinker blind, and there's no room to think about as an individual outside of this whole horseshit narrative. Jesus does not give a fuck about whether you believe in him or not. Because you are him. You are the same fucking part. You're the same being. You're the same source. You're the same thing. You don't need to worship this guy. He literally said it countless times. And you motherfuckers are going, no, you don't believe he's coming back? Well, I got news for you. You're a piece of shit, blah, blah, blah. Well, guess what? No, you're a delusional fucking Santa Claus worshiper. That's what you're doing. You're waiting for Santa Claus to come down your chimney. And I'm sorry if that pisses you off, but it's the fucking truth. It's the truth. Tooth fairy. Tooth fairy than Jesus. Come on, man. Wake the fuck up. It's about how we treat each other. It's about how we treat ourselves. It has nothing to do with some guy who's gonna come. That's not gonna happen. Like how many centuries have to pass before humanity century or two? I was doing this shit in the 700s. That is where your power locked, and they will shiz. Period. Spiritual government. You don't even see it. You don't see it, and I don't understand because it was common sense to me before I had hair on my balls. What the fuck? What was the next thing? What were you saying?
Well, we still have a lot more topics to go over, so...
No, you were talking about the, what'd you say? You said to cover them. Sorry, I'm not mad. I'm just, it's so common sense, and people don't understand it. It just drives me crazy. I'm very passionate about it. I'll try to tone it down for those of you that think it's a lot. I'm sure it sounds like a lot, but... No, what were you talking about? You said for conspiracy, or what'd you say? Jesus,
about if we were doing stuff bad, why would we go to hell?
Oh, the hell thing. Yeah. Okay.
I kind of. Here's the thing. I don't really like remember exactly what you said about it. That's why I have you bringing that one up, because I don't remember exactly what he said. I know about this one though.
We'll come back to that. Yeah. Okay, so the hell concept, okay? This is part of the same bullshit, okay? It's just like, okay, so the good way to think about hell, if you're not a moron, is...
Fuck, then why am I here?
I meant, like, religious people.
Oh, okay. Yeah, those are fucking dumbasses.
You guys, I'm sorry, I don't mean to insult religious people. It just baffles me that they believe this stuff until they die. Like, it baffles me. You never thought, like, about, well, maybe this is a crock. I mean, hell, math changes more often than fucking religion. Science updates. But why, like,
why is it
never crossed your guys' mind that maybe it's fucking crazy? Like, every time that somebody brings up, let's say, the gay thing, you know, the whole, homosexual, blah, 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 right? If you asked a Christian 20 years ago, they'd go, nope, they should be killed, or not killed, but they're going to hell, blah, 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 right? And it's always someone looking like me or some bullshit, you know, or not even me, maybe my douchebag fucking family who, you know, not you they know who they are, some of them, you know, that think that that's all immoral and it's evil and it's blah, 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 blah. Jesus, blah, 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 blah. You know, God said no, blah, blah. No. First of all, who the hell said God said? Did you ever think of that? So Jonathan, who was a drunk, said God told him that gays should die. So right there, that's already telling you Jonathan thought that. God didn't tell him that. Why is it okay for you to believe that some schmuck back in fucking, you know, 800 BC or whatever the fuck it was, believes that he talked to God, but if your son tells you he talked to God, you put him in a fucking loony bin. What the fuck? Why is it okay to believe something that was written but somebody you couldn't know if you tried? You can't even look him up. But yet, if it happens now, it's crazy, right? That should tell you something about your religion, for one, okay? Secondly, when it comes to hell... Oh, no, wait, hold on. Back to what I was... So, yeah, so if God's all-knowing, right, and he's, like, anti-gay, then why would he create gay people? Why would... And what you Christians say is, well, no, that's Old Testament. But if he's all-knowing and he's the God of everything, then he would know about time, you dumb motherfuckers. He wouldn't even make it a rule if he knew that in the future people would be gay. And it'd be accepted. So it doesn't make any fucking sense. And then you guys nitpick your rules to manifest or to manipulate your fucking stupid-ass tunnel vision of your perfect little false lives. And I got news for you. I could go, I'm not gonna, but I'm just saying, here's what I'll say. Jeffrey fucking Dahmer when he died, he's gonna wake up, his soul will wake up in the same fucking place that motherfucking Teresa and Jesus Christ died. When they died and they woke up. It's the same fucking spot. We come from the same place that we go. This is a simulation. This is it's a
video game.
We're souls in an experience in flesh. That's it. That's all it is. Have fun with it. Don't go too crazy. If you cause anarchy, you'll get fucking killed.
Don't kill yourself because you lose.
Take care of each other. The whole point is to enjoy. Okay, so the whole point of this life, okay, I'm not saying I'm a genius or some crazy person. Is to experience it, okay, and we are typically these flesh suits we call bodies, okay, are very emotional. That's the whole thing, because a lot of different in this realm, okay, this dimension, okay. So the whole point, and this will evolve as I grow. But as of now, at almost 40 fucking years old, okay? Not that old, not that young, right in the middle, right?
It's pretty old.
Yeah, right, yeah. To you, yeah.
Wait a second.
Yeah. The point, my belief is that we're here to experience pain and loss and love and fretting and envy. All the things that are some of the things which are sins, but yet they come natural. How the fuck would why would a God make your natural emotions sins? That doesn't make any sense. It's just that simple. It doesn't make any fucking sense. You know why you guys think it makes sense? Because he threw it in a person like Jesus, or the people threw in the think. They're like, well, everybody will remember him. What you think, though, it's not because of that. It completely manipulated that. But the whole point, and he even understood it. And you look up Billy Carson, Graham Hancock, maybe search on the man. You know, Billy Carson. We're totally going. We're gonna bring y'all too. Yeah, more the merrier. I mean, the more people that fucking see the truth, the better. You know, but basically, yeah, he wasn't.
So I can see that they didn't.
This person that he wasn't this worship me. He wasn't that person.
Everyone.
He was a subtle, modest, spiritual genius. That's all. He was like the Dalai Lama, but more. You know.
Yeah, guys, he was a llama.
He was a llama. Yeah. He ate bugs and shit. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, but the point is that they knew at the time when they rewrote the shit. Okay, well, this guy was the biggest thing since we can remember, and this was like 100 years after his death, 120 years, something like that. They're like, dude, okay, all these people are talking about God and talking about Jesus, but what you guys don't realize is that the story. It's just like when America tells history. They tell their version, and they tell the version that best manipulated they did. They don't talk about all the that fucked up shit they did. They don't talk to you about all the money that's been embezzled from its own people. They don't tell you that. The Bible's the same fucking thing. It's just older, and nobody can see it. Okay.
Not many people do.
It's fucked up that people are.
I did mushrooms and
you're gonna see the big picture regardless. Yeah, all that shit. They don't even know. They're so what religion is.
Well, you can actually.
It's not expanding your mind. Just
Jesus could do so much shit with his mind, we, but we don't.
And bodies,
and we can't because we only have about 5% of our fucking brains unlocked.
No. Oh, you're saying okay? So that's yeah. Go ahead. Keep.
Yeah, we only have about 5% of our brains unlocked, and we can't. And for some reason, we can't do anything else.
That's not what you think it means, women. It's
yeah.
Well, it's actually in your head, in the middle of your head, right here in your head. Yeah. But see, even back then, they knew that if they could create an idea. An idea is bigger than anything you can do. What was that movie where they got in people's brains during their dreams? Inception or
Nightmare on Elm Street.
No, yeah, but no, the movie with Leonardo, I think it was Inception, where the whole idea was to get in the dude's brain, create an idea, and then the guy would it embeds a way of thinking into like an addiction. It's a healthy addiction. It's a mental fucking what it is a mental fucking disorder is what it is, and nobody fucking the whole thing is there's this whole because of the lack of stigma to it, no one looks like that, but that's what it is. Like if I was a fucking like think about it. If I'm like it's just I could go on and on, but the bottom line is we're gonna get to the hell thing. Sorry, we're gonna get to the hell thing. Okay, so
Which this topic's actually pretty quick, but we do have
a couple more
of my fucking ass.
We'll zip through. I could go on.
We got 5 more.
Yeah, we'll be all right. Okay, so real quick to wrap up the religion thing. Okay, sorry. This has been
Amped up about it.
Amped up and passionate about it is because I grew up with these people. Okay, I grew up with these people.
I'm glad I did.
And it was shoved down my fucking mental throat, and it was just it's just such hogwash. It's just bullshit. And people only get it. There's only 3 reasons that people go into religion. They were raised that way, conditioned, and are too fucking weak to think otherwise. They had something terrible happen to them, or they're breaking an addiction and are too weak to think otherwise. Or they're afraid of something and are too fucking weak to think otherwise. Mentally weakness is why people rely on religion. Now, you might say, well, I'm full of shit. It's a facade.
I've dated some strong people.
There is no fully religious person that's sane. There's no such thing. You can't have completely 100% religious and sanity in the same person. It doesn't work.
Doesn't match up.
They're either partially religious and partially sane, or they're one or the other. There's no healthy religious person. What?
I've dated a religious, insane person.
Yeah. On the outside, they seem like they've got it all together, but on the inside, they don't. They don't. I promise you, they don't. They don't because in our own like that's why we doubt ourselves. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And because I'm a fucking human being. Just smack him upside the back of the head. Hell, motherfucker. So okay, the concept about hell.
Remember, my favorite place to live.
Shut the fuck up. Alright, so the thing about the concept...
We're already here.
The concept of hell. Okay, so to start off, hell is just another terrorism... It's a mental technique. It's just like the terrorism thing of 2000, blah, 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 1980, blah, 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 2010, blah, blah, blah. It is a scare tactic to... Frustrated would be the word, because it doesn't affect my everyday life, but when I think about it,
us whenever we talk about
when we talk about right, it's so infuriating while talking about that people literally use this. Like the government still uses the same tactic on you motherfuckers today, and you don't even see the fucking connection.
Yep.
Like what the fuck? How stupid and just blindly arrogant can you people be? I don't understand. It's literally the same tactic. And you hook, line, and sinker. You're a bunch of smallmouth bass assholes. Like, terrorism, hell. Oh, that's my point. Now, touching on that, they're not this concept that the Bible makes them to as heaven on men and women, one. Like we already are. Yep. It was as such. That's what it was. That's go to hell. And let's just say oh yeah, that part, yeah. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So the devil created hell, which makes no sense, because then where would God have banished the devil or Lucifer if he didn't create hell? Okay. So if you go to hell, and you're a piece of shit. Like you're fucking Jeffrey Dahmer. You're what's up, my motherfucker? Yeah, doing my shit. I love you, buddy. You think he's gonna toss you in a fucking hellfire and torture you? No, he's gonna pop a beer with you. Never crossed your mind, not once. You think the devil would punish you when he's the fucking devil? It doesn't make any fucking. None of this makes sense, and nobody ever talks. I mean, there's a lot of people that talk about it. That's true. That's true. But here's the thing: as soon as you start, this is what's wrong with the world today, and what's always been wrong with the world. Once somebody starts making too much fucking sense in this world, someone comes and fucking censors them, kills them, takes out their larynx, kills their family, pays them off, something like that. That is why this shit has continued for this long. And it's so funny. I was watching, who was I talking to? I was talking to somebody about Christianity, and they were talking about how Christianity is the most peaceful fucking religion to ever cross the earth. We don't mass murder people. We don't, the whole wives thing. They were basically comparing themselves to Islam or one of those. I'm not sure which one it is. But it's not Islam. It's damn it. No, not Buddha. It's a faction of Islam, a facet of Islam. It doesn't matter. The point is, it might be Islam actually. I'm not sure. I'll do my research from now on more when I go into these topics about like other religions. But basically, in a nutshell, what the guy was saying was that Christianity is not violent. And I'm sitting there going, anyone who didn't agree with what they you were dead. They would fucking kill you. So don't sit here and give me this shit about how it's peaceful. These are the people that you believe. Like, because everyone's afraid to talk about religion. Like, I'm so sick of that bullshit rule. Well, there's 3 things you don't talk about when you're with family or one. Okay, whatever, I get it. But politics and religion, of course you do. That's how we grow as a fucking species. You don't dodge the 2 most important things in people's stupid ass brains. You have to get through that. Politics, the word politics literally means in Greek to fucking lie to the public. Look it up, you morons. It's so fucked up how much all of the clues are there and nobody looks. Nobody looks. It drives me fucking bonkers. It really does. And it's like, there's more churches in this fucking country than hospitals. What the fuck? Why? Why? Is a church going to save you from cancer? Maybe, but that's not a church. That's your thinking, your mentality. Oh, no. Greek. No, you got to go to the
Greek mythology.
Right. Politics. Origin definition. But yeah. So yeah, it's all bullshit. It's all the same thing that the government tells you. The government look. I almost wonder what it's gonna take to wake the populace in general as a whole up. Really, what is it gonna take for you people to understand that we're all one? We are all the same being looking at itself. That's what Jesus even said, love your neighbor as yourself, or something along those lines, because that's what he was talking about. He was talking about we are each other. We are one. We are one, and not in the metaphorical sense. We are literally one. Think of the Earth as an atom. We're like the protons and the electrons within and neutrons inside it. It's all part. We're still the same. We're the same being. We're just different parts of it looking at itself. That's what we are. And so there comes a point where you have to break away from the theology aspect, because we're going to evolve to a point to where theology has no place. It has no place in our mentality because we know who we are, where we came from, not some flick in the sky. It wasn't that. But that'll be another podcast. It wasn't that. It wasn't, oh, here we are. And for the record, every time you look at the word God, uppercase G, in the Bible, that it's a translation from God beings. Sky beings. Sky beings. Plural. Not a fucking poof of smoke in the air. Sky beings came here. Came here to Earth. That's what that means. So, yeah. Well, and we can get into that if you want to, like,
seems like they took it off.
Mention whatever you want to talk about in the chat, or if you have a disagreement or whatever, we can talk about it for sure. Now you know where we stand. I think not. No, it's bullshit. That's all I'm saying. I'm country, whether it's Islam, whatever, it's mint. Okay, that's what it is. It's the same thing all over the world. Doesn't matter. Does not fucking matter. You know why it's all over the world? Because it fucking works. It works. It teaches. It crams fear down people's throats. That's it. It's that simple. It's simple and elegant at the same time. And if you guys can't see that, when you die, you will. When you pass on, you'll be like, oh, yep, I knew it. And the funny thing is when you die, from my understanding from all these NDEs is, and other research, is that this is a dream. This is an experience. Like I said, this is an experience. So you'll wake up, what? Oh, it'll take, and a lot of these people are more kind of like discombobulated. It takes them, their souls or consciousness, a minute to get back into the source of consciousness, which is all of us. And it's like there's no. Then they like, oh my god, I can't. They cry a lot of times out of happiness and irony. A lot of times, it's like, oh, that's. Now I remember. I came here for a reason. It wasn't to follow Jesus or whoever, or what's his name? The Islam.
Jesus.
Allah. It wasn't to follow anybody. It was to find the power and love inside yourself. Inside this, in you, in us. That's what we're here for. We're not here to follow some Santa Claus. We're just not. That doesn't make any sense. We wouldn't still be here. If we were here to wait for somebody to return, then what's the point of all these other all these millions and thousands of generations in between? It doesn't make any sense. Like, just use your brain, people. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. We're here to love each other and ourselves and grow as one. That's it. I'll get into the why there's tribes, and when I mean tribes, I mean countries and different races and languages and all that stuff. I'll get into that in another one. But yeah, so our affairs in order. Like I said, I could ramble on forever, and I'm sorry if I was a little too strong, but it's true. It's just true.
I think we can fit an hour and a half.
Nice. That's good. That's good.
We've hit 3.
All right, how about this? Once you... What's that? What the hell is that? So, I'm going to step out for a quick second. Yeah. A little bit about his stuff going on.
I'm only gonna what I'm gonna be talking about is mainly streaming and everything, because that's what I do most of the time. I stream throughout the day and at night.
You want to wear the hat?
Yeah, sure. You can stick with this one. It's making my head sweaty. Howdy. There's a snake in my boot. Okay, so I do only stream on TikTok. I did start streaming on Twitch, but for some reason it didn't really. That one isn't really kicking off as much as I hope. So first, I'm just gonna start streaming on TikTok. What we talk about on here, we won't be able to talk about on TikTok. We would get banned so quickly. The government watches TikTok, like they're on that one and they watch it so much and it's bad. Like I don't like how bad. I don't like how much they actually monitor it, because you can't do anything. You can't talk about religion. You can't talk about what you like. You can't talk about certain races. You can't talk about anything. You can't cuss. You can't do what you want to do. It has to be what they want you to talk about and what they want you to do, basically. It not what you want to do. I don't know how to. So I am a little tired. It's not they want you to talk about how they want things to be done, and it's like, I mean, I'm not following your rules. So and now obviously many people will follow those rules. They aren't spiritual. They aren't open-minded as much as me and my dad are. We are very open-minded when it comes to this type of stuff, because my bad. I'm sorry, guys. Because of how everything is. But I only do. But I will not. But I will say, when I do play video games, I only stream on TikTok, because Twitch didn't really kick off for me as much as I hoped. But TikTok is. I went from 80 followers to like 300, and it's like massive. It's massively insane, and I absolutely love it. I'm still growing, and it's insane how fast I am growing. I haven't gone live in a couple of days because my brother is here. He is going back to Virginia tomorrow, and I will be going live for about a good 10 hours tomorrow. Wait, no, I don't have the interview until Monday. After on TikTok, or you can just put in Landon Sykes _999. We'll say it again, but this time I'm going to spell it instead of saying it, because SYKES streamer. Well, we have a price for vulgar. You still it'd be pretty bad if you don't know how. But what I actually want to crack into, where's the pen? Which ones do we got? What I also want to get into. Oh my god, he spelled tattoos wrong. I want to talk about tattoos. Tattoos. I have a massive infection. Yeah, guys, I have a massive infection. I got one right on my arm, and shit, I lost an arm. This right here, it's fake. It's fake. I have a fake arm. It's insane. Nah, addiction's definitely to the tattoo needle. I mean, like, I'm addicted to it. I got my roses and my lightning, my 3 roses and my lightning, and like in one whole session, and then the next like week I got the rest of my lightning, and it was awesome. I absolutely loved it. It did hurt. Don't listen to people who say, "Oh, tattoos don't hurt. Tattoos don't feel like nothing." People that are saying that are trying to act tough. No, they hurt. They feel worse than a sting. They feel worse than a sting from a bee. They are really painful. Yes, other people's tolerance are. Oh, I'm not surprised they can, but arm to my left arm, my right shading. Was it? My shading wasn't too bad. It hurt like a bitch, like a lot. And this one is even smaller than my roses and my lightning. And I got this one done in one whole sitting. It was a fucking bitch. Jake, he goes to Infinity Ink, and he is just horrible. He is absolutely bad. My outline is bad, especially my shading, and it pisses me off. There's big ass giant spots of my skin that I can see through my shading. Skin right here, going through here, going all the way up. So now I have a massive scar with ink in it, and you can still see it, and you don't even have to stretch it out to see it. But let me actually show you real quick. So you can see the difference between the shade. Whenever you stretch it out, see it massively, and it is really bad. Then I got that right here. So hard to show it like that. You get that right here, and it's like right through here. There's a massive chunk of shading that he absolutely missed. He thought that he was doing amazing at it, but he did not. He did absolutely horrible. My little sister could do better, and my sister sucks. I do have FUY on my thing, but my sister was tattooing me with a different type of B fuck you, but it. Oh damn! But it came out as FUY, and it is absolutely horrendous. It's not gonna stop me from getting a job. I'm seeing people with fucking neck tattoos at the place I'm trying to work tattoos. So I don't think any. I have to get my cat out. Okay. But I will say that, fuck, what was I talking about? Damn, my cat made me lose my train of thought. Oh yeah, my job. I will say what I'm more worried about is the, GED and diploma, because I don't have my diploma. I dropped out, and I don't have my GED yet. I am going to be getting it soon this year. I cannot wait. Don't want to walk across the stage, but I'm guessing you have to. But I'm going to try to get them not to let me, because I am almost 20, and it is like really. I don't want to walk across the stage against 17-year-olds. I do look like I'm 15, 16, 17, but I am a lot older than that. I'm almost 20, and I don't want to be walking with them. Nothing against them. It's something about me that I don't want to just like walk by them.
Still going, buddy?
Yeah. I was just talking about tattoos. So that one's done.
Oh, the tattoos.
That one, the streaming one's done. So I think we can get one more topic in before.
Let's get it going, man. You can rock the hat. Go ahead, man.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have. I'm cracking into the workforce dropout thing right now. That's the one I was actually about to just crack into.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to talk about these 3 tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll get.
I am that. I'm not gonna lie, I am falling asleep a little bit, man.
Well, don't say that on the pot, man. I'm supposed to talk. Okay, so he's a little tired.
They already know I am. They keep seeing me yawn every 5 minutes.
Yawn. You want to rock? Yeah, you can rock right
now. Yeah, every 5 minutes, every sentence I get out, all they see is this.
Well, it is almost 5 o'clock in the morning. All right, you want to go? I'll just finish it up, man.
Yeah, well, I kind of like started it up already. All I've said.
Where are we at?
The entry workforce with the GED and diploma. I said that I don't got a diploma. What I'm more scared about is when I'm working is that I don't have any of that. So.
Any of what?
My diploma or GED. So being a dropout.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, so basically, I've already cracked into it a little bit, but I don't know as much of it as like you do.
Okay, well, let's talk about it.
Yeah, but I know that one's not gonna take long because that's not like a long one.
Not a long conversation.
Yeah, so yeah.
No.
So we are on our last topic, guys. I will say that, but we will be live tomorrow after I do my
It's almost
stream.
5. Yeah. You keep rocking the hat. Okay, so we're talking. Oh, we close that door. Okay, so you don't want to talk about.
Well, the third eye one, man. That one's gonna be a big talk.
That's a long. Yeah, the third eye. Yeah, that's a long talk.
Yeah, that one's about a 3-hour, 2 to 3 hour conversation.
Is that? Are you trying to say languages? Is that what that is?
Yeah, what'd I say?
I mean, I understand that's what you're trying to say.
But what? But what'd I say?
Lagvinas.
See, guys, I'm so tired I can't even spell.
Yeah, it's tiredness. That's the problem. All right, so you were talking about the GED situation.
Yeah.
Did you just make a face behind?
No, I said no. I can't. I can't spell.
No, I can't. No, it's okay. It's not. A lot of people don't have that strength. Lucky for your generation, you guys can just type into something and it does it for you. So that's good. So you were talking about GED. Okay,
just
so
out and stuff.
I don't know what all you said, but okay. When it comes to the GED, I mean, I got a GED myself, which I'm sure you could understand. You've already known by the way I talk, whatever. But to me, that doesn't matter because at the end of the day, the knowledge you learn in school does not matter when you're 40. Doesn't matter when you're 30. It doesn't matter. I mean, some of it matters because it gets you a job, and that's the whole point of this academia that we have in this country, and probably most of the world is that they don't. And I'm sure some of you have heard this before, but academia does not teach you to be a thinker. It teaches you to be a worker. It teaches you to work for the man. That's why you're not taught you're not taught to be your own boss. You're not taught how to invest. You're not taught how to, buy a home. You're not taught any of those things. You're taught, okay, I need to know that they're basically teaching you the fundamentals of any job that they think you might get after you graduate. So, factories, salesperson.
Factories pay pretty well.
Factories is the thing. Well, but see, the thing is that was back in and that worked for a long time because the Department of Education was created around the Industrial Revolution. It was in the same time frame. So back then, people were pounding out iron and making railroads and making steam and making shit, right? And they're like, wait a minute, if we can create a society that's smart enough to read, write, and understand the fundamentals of government,
arithmetic and shit.
Yeah, math and all that stuff, but we don't teach them the big picture. Then we can manipulate them. We can get everything out of them. Because think about it.
Which they do.
What is your life?
Chunk of the world.
I mean, yeah, like what? Think about it. Like there's like this many people that own everything, but there's this many fucking people that do everything for them. Like, where's the balance in that? That's not what we're meant to do. We were created to be workers genetically, but we were also created to have a mind of our own. We'll get into that in another podcast, but the bottom line is in this generation or this time in human history.
No. This mainly generation too. It's mainly my generation.
That's any generation.
Yeah, it's kind of my generation. I would say is probably the worst.
Well, I think it's a good and a bad thing. It's good that you guys are saying fuck that. I don't want to work. Because nobody wants to fucking work.
Obviously, that's why
nobody does.
That's why we're all obviously doing the live streaming. We want to become our own.
Well, no,
bosses.
this is work. I have to put thought and time and everything into it. I'm happy with that. I listen to a lot of people who do things that make them happy to where because the idea is to do stuff that doesn't feel like work, like a 9 to 5 or 12 to 8 or whatever kind of job. So that work, the definition of work changes based on what you're doing. So like we obviously have to do an 8 to 5 kind of situation and pay the man, pay our taxes. Everybody has to pay taxes in this country.
2:30 to 10.
Well, anybody that's not Trump in that echelon of people, right? Because and that's a whole other conversation. We'll get into that one day too, one podcast too. But the point is that most people, because of the education system, because of the fucking everything that incentivizes that, we are all basically doomed to go to school for 12 years, maybe 16, whatever. Even doctors. I mean, doctors make a lot of money, but they also pay a lot in taxes. So they make a lot of money. I'm not saying nothing against doctors. I'm just saying it's the same thing. It's just an elevated version of what the whole process is. You know, there's no incentive to be a philosopher. There's no incentive to be an artist. You know, you have to be really lucky to be like one of the best, like an artist that is respected, you know? And the funny thing is the only way to create anything is to not be busy. You have to be chill. You have to be in a place of creativity. Most people can't, and when I say most, I mean like 99% of people can't just create something while they're at work, because you're busy at work. You know, you have to be in a place of calm and, you know, no stress and all that stuff. So when it comes to the GED thing, the GED is just one more thing to keep you in that cycle of, okay, I need to learn this much. I need to learn this much about what it, like you. Basically, that's what high school is, or just grade school is essentially, is to learn how to read, write, do math, understand history, because history is just, it's a way of you recording. It's just the same. It's the same game. You read something, you can write it down. You can take a test on it, right? It's the same stuff. Science is math. Now here's the thing. When it comes to these like history, to me, they wouldn't even teach us history if there wasn't a need for it to know it. So in other words, there has to be some kind of record of what we're doing. So you need to make history a priority in school, so some kids will pick up on that and go, yes, I love history. I want to teach it. I want to record that stuff. Math's the same way. Everybody needs math. Everybody uses math, but math will never ever not be.
Well, you never need math with letters and shapes.
Well, shapes you do, because you gotta know the angles and shit. But the point is everything that you're taught in school is to critique you into being a specific worker, a specific type of worker. Okay. Now you can choose what that job's gonna be, that career is gonna be. But the point still remains that regardless of what you choose, unless you come from money or inherit a lot of money, you're gonna be in that lower echelon. You're gonna be a puppet that's just, it's the opposite of Robin Hood. They take from the poor and give to the rich. That's what it is. That's what it is. How do you think rich people stay rich? Do you think it's from stealing from other rich people? Perhaps, but mainly it's from stealing from us. There's stealing people who aren't smart enough to understand that it's happening and don't understand how to combat that, how to fight that. So when it comes to the GED, you need a GED to get a decent job, at least, especially nowadays. Nowadays, like, I mean, look at people. There's so many people that go to college and get these fucking diplomas.
They don't do shit with them.
And you're overqualified for everything you try to do, you know? So it's like, you just spent, $100,000, $50,000 on an education that's not going to bear any fruit. What the fuck? See, now that just goes to the government ultimately, and what for what? For what? So you can say that you're smart. You're not smart. Not. In fact, that's dumb. That's the opposite. And when it comes to that, I have less debt than you because you're a dumbass.
You went to school to pay $100,000 in debt
for nothing. Just because it's not that you're a dumbass, you're just ignorant. Like a lot of people go to college to get a certain job, and a lot of them, some luck out and they get the job they want. Like there's specific
doctors
fields that you would, where you would land a job, but there's most of them. No, you're gonna be working in the same fucking place I am when I didn't.
Or even worse, I didn't. At McDonald's.
Yeah, I didn't accrue any debt to work there. You know, trades, that's a different thing. Trades is probably where it needs to. Where most that's where I advise my kids to do. That's the best deal. It's a couple years maybe. And you have a career, boom, you're done. And the debt is minimal. It's very little debt. I mean, they could pay it off in a year if they really wanted to.
The only reason why I'm not doing trades is because, well, one, the debt.
It's not much. It's
nothing. Two, if you're doing a trade, you can you get put on call a lot.
And, boo-hoo.
And I get and since I go live, that'll get interrupted because I will have to stop going live.
Well, you're not gonna be I wouldn't have time. Depends on what you're doing.
So. I wouldn't have time to actually.
That is fucking ridiculous.
Live and do what I want to be able to.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
That's how I think of it.
Well, that's ridiculous because there's a lot of trades you can do, and there's a lot of trades you can do, and you're not going to be on call. What the hell are you talking about? Like what your dad did?
No, that wasn't a trade.
Yes, it was.
He didn't do it for a trade. He just.
It's trade. It's trade. Oh. Yeah. Yes, Landon. It's a trade.
I didn't know that. I'm sorry. I don't want to be in a car marking spray paint.
I get it. It's easy. But what I'm saying is, there's tons of jobs you can get as a trade when you're not on call. Like there's no such thing as.
I know. If you're an electrician, you get on call. I don't know if you're a plumber.
Well, yeah, those jobs are.
Whenever a teacher says all you're gonna be is a plumber or a trash person whenever you grow up,
you've been making more than they would. So I don't know why the hell they're talking shit about that.
I laugh my ass off. I'm like, and I'm still making $5 more than you do, and so bitch.
Well, that's the other part. Like, we need to pay our teachers more. I mean, it's kind of a hand-in-hand thing. I don't think we should pay our teachers more until they start teaching things of value. Until they start teaching our children how to be successful adults.
Which in my opinion, there's only
one. You're not teaching your kid to be successful by teaching them about the Revolutionary War. You're not doing it. You teach them about, investing money, taking care of their money.
There is only one class
businesses,
that does
that. Teach it. Yeah, but I'm saying that's an elective. That's not a common thing. That's what I'm saying. You teach them how to figure out their budgets. Teach them what APR means. When it comes to financing shit. Teach them what a CD is. Teach them about banking. Teach them about all the things that are going to affect them the day they turn 18 and have to fend for themselves. Don't teach them about bullshit and reading the same goddamn book every 2 years.
They do have a class that does that.
There's a class. I'm saying it should be.
And you take it in 1 year.
No. What I'm saying, Landon. Stupid. No, what I'm saying. Yeah, that is stupid. What I'm saying is they need to be putting that information in a class like lifetime studies. We'll call it for this purpose here. Instead of like social studies. Not that we don't need social studies, but I'm just saying it'd be like it'd be a common class that you take throughout your years in grade school. That's called lifetime studies, we'll say, and you learn how to become an adult financially,
well,
and with other shit,
well,
other aspects of life. They should teach you that.
I see what you mean, but like
that's what I'm saying.
But for some reason, but what I'm saying is like they have it, but like
but
they
it's an
only
elective. You have to choose to do that.
Yes, but I didn't get to choose to do it. That's just threw me. They threw me into it.
But that's my point.
I learned absolutely fucking nothing.
Well, you weren't paying attention.
Well, no. The only thing that they do is fucking show videos, and it's like he doesn't. They don't really teach you anything. They actually mainly what they do is to just put on a video, and they have you watch a video, and they make you take a test on it. Like, are you fucking kidding me?
What would the video be about? Do you remember anything about them?
I did it in 9th grade, so it's pretty.
But I mean, do you remember anything about it?
Some of the videos were about the lottery and shit, like people winning the lottery and stuff. I'm like, well, that's not gonna teach me nothing. Because what if I don't win the fucking lottery?
What were they talking about with the lottery though? Like
how somebody won it and then
went broke.
Yeah. And it's like, well, I'm not gonna win the fucking lottery. Why the fuck are you showing me this shit?
Right. So even when they teach you, they don't. Some of them
are about finances. They teach you.
There are finance classes. Yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that.
I will say those are the teachers that they do need to pay more because those are the teachers that are actually teaching you on like how to actually save money, kind of, and they teach you also how. That's also the class that teaches you how to invest and stuff. And
that's true.
So I would say that teacher 100% they need to pay him more.
Okay.
Well, I'm saying that because I had him do it.
Right.
So.
But what I'm saying is they need to make that comment.
100%.
It needs to be one of your like main non-elective, main courses. Yeah, it should be. That shit should be going in the young people's minds at age like 12. I think. Like I'm not the expert on this, but I will tell you this, that it's very fucking obvious from where I'm standing that the education system in Japan,
oh my god, it's so much higher, dude.
They do all this shit to teach their children, their young people, this stuff.
And then 5-year-olds walking home.
We still have the same fucking curriculums we had in 1920. Like nothing's changed. In fact, the only way to get more, it's like we've updated the education system, but you have to go pay $100,000 to get into fucking some bullshit university to learn about it. For what? For an economy that's not going to repay you for that fucking that time and that money? What the fuck's what's the point? Whereas Japan, they're dude. We were watching a video. Just their physical education classes are way more advanced than ours.
It's insane what their physical education.
And that's the difference in the government. You guys may hate these countries, but at the end of the day, they're taking care of their fucking people. Not all of them, but a lot of them. The democratized ones, if that's a word, are okay. If you take a typical 8-year-old American child and you put him in a room with a typical, for the sake of what I was saying, a Japanese
or Asian
8-year-old kid. No, not Asian. Japanese 8-year-old kid. Okay, doesn't matter gender, doesn't matter. Just 8-year-old. You put them in a box and you give them aptitude tests and physical education tests and everything in between. That Japanese bombshell will kill it. Will just dismantle the 8-year-old dog. Unless they're the American kid is like a genius or some shit. But I'm just saying typical, normal, average 8-year-old, put them together, put them and just test them on just general shit and whatever in every aspect of life. That Japanese 8-year-old or 8-year-old Japanese child would be way advanced in terms of knowledge and physicality than the American. And we're the best country in the world?
I don't know.
That's what you people think? You think we're the best country in the world? No. No. We are the dumbest country in the world because we are the country that pays for everything. We are the dumbest country in the world because we pay our government to lie to us and steal from us and give it to everybody else but us, themselves included. And we're the best country in the world. No, we're not the best country in the world. We're the best country for immigrants. We're the best country for single moms. We're the best country for, parts of the black community. Sure, yeah. Because all those people, I almost apologized to my desk. I almost said sorry. All those people have incentives for just being what they are. Okay? And the problem with that is is decentivize a word? We'll just say it is for now. I don't know the word, but decentivizes people who give a fuck. Okay, I've had this conversation over the years of countless times, and there's times where me and my wife and our kids we've had a hard go where we've had to sacrifice a lot of shit. We've lived in a hotel. And
multiple times.
A couple times, yeah, twice at least. Yeah, twice, 2 times, yeah.
1, 2, about 3, 4 times.
No, those other times those were different. But yeah, we literally lived in a hotel 2 times, like they were official, like we had to stay there. And that was because we refused. His mom and I, their mom and I, refused to rely on the fucking government to help us. We refused. Because that's what's wrong with this country. Everybody wants something. They want to people in that position. They want Santa Claus. Government is Santa Claus to them. They want to hold their hand out and say, okay, this is how bad I've got it. But yet they don't work for shit. Mm-hmm. They don't try to get themselves out.
That's why I hate homeless people. No offense to them, but it's like they hold up a sign.
If you're homeless, you did it to yourself. I'm sorry.
They're holding up a sign.
In most cases.
For
most
fucking
cases.
money.
Most cases, yeah, you did it to yourself. You deserve it. Period.
They're begging for fucking money. But, they can walk down the fucking street, go to a McDonald's, and see a help wanted sign.
Okay, so yeah, let's talk about that while we're on it. Okay, so...
Fuck is that?
There is something that we always did talk about. Like, we'd be on our way home from school, work, whatever, right? And we're at the exit. We get off the exit, and there's a stoplight, right? They pull into town. And at that stoplight is a homeless person who's probably been sitting there for 4 fucking hours with a sign that says, help me, I'm broke. And we're going, why didn't you spend that time go looking for a fucking job? I saw one even worse. This was in Virginia. We went to a Target. I don't know if you were in the car at the time.
Shit.
We went to a Target, and you know how Target and all those outlet malls have like a main strip that pulls out onto, and goes back to the road, the main road. There was a father, okay? And I don't care about you gender neutral douchebags. I don't care about that. That's not what this is about. This is about common fucking sense. Okay, common sense. You want to be conflicted about your gender and all that stuff. This is not the podcast. It's not. Yeah, he appreciates that, and that's fine. I think that's another conversation. But the point is, in this case,
very much so.
It was a.
I'm gonna love that conversation.
Yeah, we're gonna have fun with that one.
Yes, we will.
So in this particular case, it was a father, a mother, and at least 3 little ones. And when I say little, I mean like 4.
I was with you.
Okay, yeah. So you remember, yeah.
Yeah.
There was like 3 or 4 little ones. They were all under the 8. They were like, the tallest one was like 5, maybe 5.
And the dad, I won't lie, it didn't even seem like they were homeless because the dad was wearing some fucking expensive ass shoes.
See, I don't pay attention.
The only reason why I
do
noticed
now,
that,
but I didn't back then.
the only reason why I noticed that, because I looked at their outfits. The only people that were dressed up like crap were their kids.
But the parents were. I didn't even pay attention to that. I just read the sign.
The mom was wearing at least a $200 jacket. It was leather, and the only reason why I noticed it was a $200 jacket is because I go shopping for high tier stuff, and
when you can.
Yeah, whenever I can. And so I looked at the jacket. I was like, sell your jacket, make a good $100 off of it.
Right.
Looked at that dude's shoes.
If it's that important, sell your shit.
Look at that dude's shoes. He has a pair of fucking Jordan. I forgot what rapper's name was with them, but he was wearing a pair of $500 shoes. I'm like, what the homeless my fucking ass.
Right.
I'm like, dude, you're wearing a pair of $500 shoes. You can take those to Foot Locker. They're taking for a good $300-$400 right off of you
and
right now.
We weren't even in like the D.C. of Virginia. We were in Chesterfield. Yep. So it's kind of like where we live now. There's money there, but it's not like insane.
And whenever you give money to them, all they're gonna do is go buy fucking alcohol. They don't do anything good for themselves.
But the point was, for that particular instance, was that it was a dad holding this sign, crying and pissing and moaning, and I'm going, "What the fuck, son? Go get a goddamn job. You're the father of, supposedly the father of all these kids, and you're with this woman. What the hell are you doing standing on a fucking corner at a Target at, 1 o'clock in the afternoon on, whatever?"
And then mom also called out that they also, someone gave them money. She saw them drive off, and then after that they got into a car. Very nice car at that.
Right. There's that too. Off. We all know that. Like, there's there was a show called like Dumpster Divers or something. Mm-hmm. It's where these fucking millionaires. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
millionaires would go back. This is in like California, of course, and they would go in the alleys of these like high-end restaurants, and they would like basically wait for people to throw them to throw their scraps away, and then they'd go in, scoop it all up, like, that's fucking good, that's good. It didn't touch nothing, blah blah blah, except a fucking dumpster, and they would scoop it all up, put it in a bag, and then go home and eat it. They did this shit.
You're a fucking millionaire. Go out and go buy something.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying. They were the kind of people they were the kind of millionaires that never spent anything.
I hate dumpster divers.
They're like that. Yeah, they're like that. If you're a dumpster diver, then
you're fucking sick.
You really need to rethink your life. Okay? And if you've had a bad life,
I love seeing the YouTubers
change it.
I love seeing the YouTubers do it because like they don't keep the stuff. They see what unless
what people throw away in this fucking country. Now that's another point. This is the most wasteful fucking country ever to be on this earth.
Someone threw away an Xbox One, brought it home. It worked perfectly. Yep. And it's like, you just take that to GameStop and make money off of it.
Yeah, well, what's GameStop gonna give you? $10? They don't give you shit.
Yeah, but $10 still better than nothing.
Yeah, but yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. But
that's what I'm saying. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
But anyway, so this fucking dude. Oh, I even told him. I yelled out the window, "Get a fucking job, you bum! You got family. Go fucking work." He was perfect. There was no limp. There was no crutch. There was nothing. He was fine.
Again, $500 pair of shoes on.
And if you're, see, I didn't even notice that part. But I'm just saying, this is what's wrong.
Shit pissed me off
with this country. It incentivizes laziness and immigrants, but not the people that have been here their whole lives and work every fucking day. Okay? It doesn't help those motherfuckers. It helps the people who don't give a fuck or are new. What the fuck? Or are college educated. So basically, I bet if you did a fucking, like a, what do you call it, what's the word? Survey, you would find the majority of the people in this country are not college educated.
I know I'm
not an immigrant, not a single mom, and not lazy.
Yeah, I will say this.
All of those things is majority of your workforce, and you don't take care of those people. They're the people that pump money into your fucking goddamn government to help those fucking douchebags that you're helping.
I will say this. Alyssa,
what the fuck?
Alyssa, she's on food stamps for herself.
Well, but
but she's also, but the government only knows that she's on it for herself. But she's also now married to Josh, and Josh
works, so she's gonna be off of it.
Yeah, so
she should be off.
Yeah, but like,
well, we can't mention names on. Don't mention names.
Billy Bob Joe.
It's a little late, but okay.
It's not like they're gonna watch it.
I'm just saying for the future. Yeah. But yeah.
So it's like that's what I'm saying. Like, they expect so fucking much, but it's like, why aren't you helping or?
But that's what it is.
Go out and just make it yourself.
That's it. Well, that's the thing. Well, here's the thing. They need to. You guys need to. You government motherfuckers need to get your heads out of your ass.
Yes.
And you need to incentivize the workforce. Like, incentivize that. I'm sure there's a couple of you who've had that bright idea, which is not really bright. It's more common sense. Incentivize people giving a fuck and wanting to go to work anymore. It's not worth it anymore.
Well, that's the thing. That's what the government wants.
It's
they don't want us to work.
And more profitable to just sit on our asses and collect a check. Like, what the fuck?
That's what the government wants us to do. They don't want us to work.
Now, I do understand your fucking curveball here. You just remind me of that. The reason that you're not doing anything is because you want more control over the people. And if they're relying on you...
You're not controlling me. Fuck you.
You're controlling them. And, well, guess what? I got news for you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Yep.
Fuck you.
You can go suck a dick.
Because all you guys think about is yourselves. You don't care about the people. Why are you the government? You guys understand that you were about a decade away from a fucking revolution. You understand that, right? Like,
you're about a decade away from another fucking world war, dude.
Yeah. They cried and pissed the mill when we stormed the Capitol. Why do you think that was? You want to blame it on Trump? They've been cramming that shit down the throats of Americans. Oh, it was Trump's fault. No, motherfuckers. It was your fucking fault. Because you have pushed us to this point to where it's like, look, man.
Y'all lied about their election, and the moment y'all lied, y'all weren't surprised that
like, you act like
get stormed.
It's shocking that you got overran. Like, really?
Lie about it again. Trust me, I'm pretty sure it's going to be 20 times worse this time.
Fucking morons. Everybody knows that it wasn't Trump.
Nope.
We all know it was you. We all know it was y'all.
Even Trump even came out and said it. Even Trump said like an hour later, like, that wasn't me.
No, they tried to sue. They tried to get him for inciting panic and like that, basically instigating it.
It didn't work.
They were trying to do. No,
if I remember correctly.
I don't think so. No, but it doesn't matter. Even if he did, whatever. It's bullshit charge.
He's also got the money. Yeah.
The point is.
All right, shut up.
The point is that we need more of that.
Oh yeah.
This country needs more of that because at the end of the day, you're not taking care of your fucking people, man. You're allowing motherfuckers to just stroll in here.
It's supposed to be we the people. No, man, it's we the government.
And more people means more problems and more money. And if you're dispersing that money against these fucking motherfuckers that sneak into the country, then that's less money going to the people that actually live here.
Yep.
And that's a problem. It's a big fucking problem. Now, I understand that you guys, it's one big game. It's one big chess game. I understand that nor Biden nor Trump is who I think they are. You know that. I know that. It's fine. The point of the matter is you guys need to start shifting your fucking consciousness with this shit. Because eventually what's going to happen is you're not going to be able to hide in your little fucking
bubbles.
Mansions, okay? Do you think a fucking bunker is going to keep us out?
I don't know.
No, Because there's going to be motherfuckers that want in that motherfucker, and you will be fucking snuffed out. You and your stupid cunty looking wives, and your stupid looking dogs, and your stupid face, and your stupid haircut,
Stupid ass
and
kids.
everything about you. Your cunty kids. Your fucking, what are they called? Fuck, I can't think of the word.
What are they? Like,
When you leave people money, what the fuck's it called? I can't think. I'm tired.
I know how you feel right now.
Inheritance kids, basically. That's what they are. You know,
That's what I love
you guys
about
have
Jackie
got to
Chan.
take care of your people. Your people are why you're even where you're at. They're why you're staying where you're at. They're why you're doing this in the first place. I don't care about the fucking mechanics of government. I don't care. And I know that there's been a system now to where you could go
We're in the fucking Matrix.
You could go into the you could go in with the most pure intentions and then you get corrupt again. Or you have every reason to get corrupt. I get that. But goddamn, somebody's got to shift. Where's the fucking Abe Lincolns? Oh, I know why. See, here's the problem. Whenever one of you grows a pair of balls, you get shot, and you all are very aware of that. That's what happened to Abe Lincoln. That's what happened to all the Kennedys.
That's what I love about this YouTuber.
But
big
nobody's
ass
gonna
streamer.
remember Biden. Nobody's gonna fucking remember Biden. No one's
Hell
gonna
no.
fucking remember Reagan. Nobody gives a shit about those cunts.
Uh-uh.
Carter.
Everyone's gonna remember Trump because of what he's done.
Well, maybe it depends. That's yet to be determined. But like, the best presidents are the ones with a fucking backbone. So once you get your fucking heads out of your asses and out of the fucking ground like a scared pussy ass ostrich and do something. And like fucking do it. Fuck it. Do it.
Man the fuck up. Woman the fuck up. Whatever.
Let's go.
Whatever. Like, come on now.
Take care of your fucking people. This is not the best nation in the world. In any capacity. So fucking help your people. Help your family. And when I say family, I mean your people. All of us. Not your stupid little family that's just you're only always worried about. I'm talking about
Square ass.
everything. If you're in the government, your fucking family's fine. You're good. You know that. You're good to go. But at that point, it's time to look on. Like, you're now secure. Now secure the fucking country. I don't understand why the fuck you all puss out. Fuck the goddamn corporations. Fuck them. Because you think that they need you, or do you think you need them? No, they need you. They need you at the end of the fucking day. Because at the end of the day, you write the fucking rules. Period. With our help. Okay? In fact, I'm gonna start a petition that says no fucking corporations have any say in law whatsoever. Any fucking leverage in law. Therefore, as a congressperson or a member of the cabinet or the House of Representatives, if you are tied to any fucking corporation, your vote is null and void, which means it don't mean shit. It does not count. If there's any paper trail of a cunt in that fucking office in this government that's tied to a Northrop Grumman or a fucking Boeing or a fucking Amazon or whatever, your vote does not mean shit. It's null and void. Because now we know it's about the people. If you don't have any ties to any corporation, you have a say. Hell, you might as well be fucking president as far as I'm concerned. Because now you're not fucking tethered to some bullshit fucking bottom line for a corporation. And on that, I say we say goodnight. What do you think? Yeah. Get your GED, folks. It'll help you pay the man.
I love you guys. I will see you.
Yeah, we love you guys. Sorry. We're good. We're good.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.
We'll keep it going.
We'll
keep
talk
it going.
about sex tomorrow.
Oh, wait. We need to make We'll talk about sex tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow will be a more fun-loving thing. Well, we need to make a.
We
need to make a symbol or something that'll be like our trademark when we. What the fuck? No, I'm not doing Crips and Bloods.
That's a Superman S.
What is it?
Superman S.
Is this new?
You didn't know that? You can make.
How do I do that?
Hey, take these 2 fingers.
He said do this. How you do it? Zoom in. Like that?
First, just make a diamond.
I think it's an S. Is that an S?
Now fly away! Caw-caw!
Wait, hold on. I'm trying. Right? Let me see.
Make a diamond.
Bear with us real quick.
Basically, make a diamond.
Diamond.
One finger out.
Which one? That one?
Yep. Next one. Same finger.
Oh, I see. You put it upside down so it's an S. There we go. Touch tips. Boop.
The whole time.
Wait, I gotta look that way. S. It's kind of an S if you were.
Now fly away. Caw-caw!
Love you guys. Follow, subscribe.
Jesus jits. I can't wait to hit the hay.
I'm so tired.
I look
All right.
high and just this out there. I'm not.
We'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll call it